everybody, so I'm here with my 32nd and 33rd week of pregnancy, and I actually have a lot of updates for you, a lot of information that I have obtained, and just kind of a lot of changes going on. So let's go ahead and okay, so my baby app says that my baby is the size of a geranium this week. I don't even know what that is, but that's what it looks like. Yeah, I'm not really sure what that is. I showed my husband, I was like, that's our baby. It looks really spiky. But I swear these like fruits are getting kind of crazy. But that is the size. I believe baby is around 4.5, almost 5 pounds, and almost the length that it will be when it actually comes out of me. So that is crazy. My baby is basically fully developed. They said now it's just going to accumulate fat and just get bigger, and it's going to be gaining weight rapidly, which means I'm going to be gaining weight rapidly. That's kind of why I feel like the last trimester is a bit tougher, because you're gaining weight a lot more rapidly. So last week I had a doctor's appointment, and like I said in my last vlog, I had a ton of questions for her, and a lot of the questions pertained around the actual practice of my doctor. And I had asked you guys, and I had a lot of just concerns about like how it was going to go down, how the doctor, I was going to contact the doctor, how the doctor was going to like come meet me, or if it was going to be her or somebody else, and all that kind of things. And I got tons of answers, so I'm really excited to share with you kind of like what my doctor is. You might have a totally different experience. But the first thing that I had asked her a while back, and I'm not sure if I mentioned this in a vlog yet, but I asked her about, this was a while back that I asked her this, about birthing classes, and I wanted to take one, and I had looked into our hospital and taking one. And then I wanted to get my doctor's opinion from her before I actually like signed us up to go to a childbirth class. And a lot of people suggest that they're like, you have to take a childbirth class, it's just, you gotta do it. And honestly, I love my doctor because of this reason. She's very, very honest with me, and she kind of said that you don't need to take one. She's like, honestly, you could take one at the hospital and pay, I believe it was like $100 for 1 day of a childbirthing class. She's like, you could pay that, or you could honestly just go online, and there's so much information online and you'll be fine. So I took her advice, and actually our insurance, which I have another thing about our insurance that I want to share with you that I asked her, but our insurance has a program that has a childbirthing class online that you and your partner can take. So we are going to be doing that. We're just going to do it on a weekend when we're hanging out. We're going to watch a childbirthing class online. So that is what we're going to do. I think it's so much easier. I mean, honestly, I want to know a lot about what I might be going through, but I'm the type of person that I don't have a birth plan. I'm not the type of person that needs to have everything planned out, especially when it comes to my child. Does that make sense? Okay, so what I mean by that, for my childbirth plan, I don't have one. I'm not gonna come in with a sheet of paper saying this is what I want during my labor. I'm kind of more on this go with the flow. I want to be, you know, I want to have a knowledge about every type of labor that I could go through, all the medications that I can take, and when the time comes, I can have options. I don't want to go in and be like, I'm not having an epidural, I'm having a natural birth, I don't want a C-section. Like, I want to keep very, very open-minded about this and go in with just whatever happens, happens. I completely trust my doctors. I completely trust my nurses, and I know that they will get my baby out safe and everything will be fine. So that's kind of my birthing plan, I guess. And that's kind of how my doctor is as well. That's why she's very honest with me about like the childbirthing class. She's kind of like, you don't really need it. She's like, you have nurses that are going to take care of you. And honestly, like, they're going to do so much for you and guide you in the right direction. And you just need to kind of just trust them on what the next steps are when you're in labor. So that's kind of what I'm doing. Another question that I had asked her is, exactly, is she going to be the one delivering me? There are 8 other doctors in my, I guess, the practice that I'm at. And she said, honestly, there is a 1 in 8 chance that you could get me, but it could be a good chance that you get me. She's like, don't think you're not going to get me, but there's 8 other doctors that could be on call that could be with you. So I'm okay with that. She made me feel really good about it. At first I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna have her as my doctor. This is the only doctor I've seen the entire time here. I've only seen her. And I said, should I see other people? Should I meet other people? Should I go to see other doctors? And she's like, honestly, you're gonna have, again, a 1 in 8 chance of getting that next person. It's gonna take 8 appointments to meet every doctor. And then you're not really getting that relationship with a doctor that you want. And honestly, I agree with her. I'd rather have just my one doctor for all my visits. And if she delivers me, great. If not, I know the practice has, you know, they all have their same philosophy of, you know, kind of just going with the flow. So I'm okay with that. I felt really good about hearing about that. And she just made me feel really comfortable. And she said too, she's like, honestly, she's like I said before, the nurses do everything and they will be with you before, during your tough times of labor, after labor, with the baby. She's like, I'm there to basically just deliver the baby. So that made me feel a lot better. And we did meet some of the nurses at the hospital tour, and they're awesome. They're amazing. They have so much knowledge and just experience and things like that. So I feel completely comfortable with that. And it was just, it might be different for you. I just ask your doctor, talk to your doctor. If you are the type of person that needs a birth plan, just talk to them and communicate and figure something out within that practice that you are at. Another thing I asked her about is something that I called my insurance about. I had heard from a lot of people, I am going to be nursing. I'm gonna try. Like I said, I'm going with the flow with all this stuff. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. If we need to do formula, we need to do formula. But in my head, I am planning on nursing. And with that, I do need a breast pump, and those things are freaking pricey. A breast pump can be anywhere from like $200 to $300, and honestly, I don't want to spend the money on that. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to spend money on a breast pump. That's awful, and all the accessories and stuff like that. But I did not know this, and if you don't know this, or you might know this, that if you call your insurance and get your coverage plan, ask them what your coverage is, ask them how you can go about getting a breast pump for free. And I am lucky enough to have my breast pump covered, so I'm really excited about it. I get a free breast pump, and all I have to do is, this last time I went to my doctor and I asked her, I was like, can I have a prescription for a breast pump? And she wrote me one up, and now I can go and get a breast pump. So it's really, really convenient, and I suggest talking to your insurance before you go just buy a $200 to $300 breast pump, because those things are so expensive, and I just think it's a really good option. Another thing with my insurance that I was really excited to hear about, now I don't know how other insurance companies work with this, but mine, I will tell you, we go through Blue Cross Blue Shield, And with that insurance, and with our coverage plan, they have a program called My Healthy Start. And I am lucky enough, my husband's company provides this program for me for free. And what it is it just kind of is a another resource, I guess, to give you knowledge and just check up on you. A nurse calls you every like 3 to 4 weeks, and they just check up on you and make sure you're doing good. And I didn't know about this literally until a couple weeks ago when I had called about the breast pump, and they offered me that. And then they did an assessment on me over the phone, and then they sent me a book, a whole book on labor and pregnancy and everything. And then they also sent me a $50 gift card for doing this assessment. So I was like, that's pretty cool. But then they also have an online website where you can go watch a childbirthing class, which is the one we're going to do, and just a bunch of other information on there just to make you feel better. And it's so nice to have that, and I didn't know about it. So ask your insurance if they have any kind of programs that you're covered under. It's definitely worth kind of looking into just for extra information. Okay, so how am I feeling? I don't know if you can tell. You can probably not tell because I have a lot of makeup and a lot of concealer on. But I mentioned in my last pregnancy vlog that it's getting harder. I'm getting tired. It's even more so these past 2 weeks. I can maybe sleep 3 to 4 hours during the night, and then I'm up. The baby is kicking a lot. He's just all over the place, and my back is just so achy and so much in pain. Like if I lay in the same position for more than 2 to 3 hours, I'm in so much pain, and it's so uncomfortable. I hate it. It's awful. It's become a problem though because I can't sleep, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is going to be my life. After baby comes, I guess it's just preparing me for the baby to be here. But I'm like, I want as much sleep as I can now, so then when baby comes, I don't know. It's really hard though. I literally have been getting about 3 to 4 hours of sleep, not much. And I'll go downstairs on the couch so I don't wake my husband up, and I just kind of lay there like wide awake, like, oh my gosh, I can't sleep. I'm in so much pain. I do lay with a heating pad, but I am starting to get hot. Like right now I'm like sweating right now. But I am starting to just get hot and like heated, so I like hate laying on the heating pad because I'm so hot, and it's -4 out and I'm hot. But that's another problem. And I hate to like sit here and complain and like scare you all and be like, it's awful, oh my god. Like honestly, like I said before, I've been so blessed throughout this pregnancy that I have had a pretty easy pregnancy, and everything has gone very, very smoothly. It's just, we're in the last few weeks here, the last 2 months, and it's just gotten a lot harder on my body, and I'm ready for the baby to come out. I will say that I am ready. So yeah, I've been very, very, very exhausted. That's why my videos have kind of been all over the place and not very consistent, and I apologized in my January favorites, but it's getting harder. It's getting harder to focus. It's getting harder because I'm not sleeping, and just to get motivated to do stuff during the day is awful. Like today, I slept for about 2 to 3 hours in between there. I went downstairs, I laid on the couch, I took a nap at like 6 this morning because I was up from like 2, it was up from 2 to about 6, took a nap at 6, and then kind of just laid around the rest of the morning, and then finally was like, well, maybe I'll just go to the gym and try to expend some more energy so I can maybe take another nap after I film this video. So like I said, the sleeping thing has been rough. All of a sudden it's been like, why am I not sleeping? But anyways, another thing that has been happening is Braxton Hicks. And I don't know if I talked about this in my last pregnancy vlog, but they have definitely started, and I have definitely felt them, and they're definitely becoming stronger. So what it is, it just feels like your stomach is like balling up inside, and it's like just like tightening up, and then it tightens up for about maybe a minute, 30 seconds, and then it just kind of goes back and slowly relaxes. It's a really weird feeling, but I'm definitely feeling them, and it's just those practice contractions that are coming, and I know they're gonna start to get more painful as we progress into the weeks here. They're not particularly painful right now, but they're becoming more intense. I've been feeling them more often, and it's just it's kind of a weird feeling rather than like a painful feeling. One of you had asked me about my diet and my exercise and things like that, and what I've been eating during my pregnancy. Honestly, my diet has not changed from before. I might be eating a slight bit more. Like I said, I'm addicted. Right now I'm addicted to orange juice and cereal. I can't get enough of that stuff. So I've just been trying to eat healthy. I mean, I'm not perfect. I'm not one of those people that's like gluten-free and I eat only organic food, and I am not like that. But I'm not a fast food eater. I don't like fast food. I do like some junk food every once in a while, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a big sweets eater. That's probably my like biggest vice. I have to have like ice cream or something at night. So I mean, I'm not perfect at eating, and I never have been, and I haven't really changed anything dramatically because I'm pregnant. I've tried to incorporate a lot more fruit and vegetables into my daily food intake, but I ate a lot of fruit and vegetables before, so I don't know, I haven't really, like I said, I haven't really changed much. Like I said, I'm not a big fast food eater. I like a little bit of junk food every once in a while. I think my perspective of a diet is just everything in moderation. That's always been my kind of mantra of eating, is just eat in moderation and you will be fine. Okay, so for exercise, I used to be a huge runner. I'm a huge runner, and I've said that in many videos in the past. I love running. It is so much fun. I get a lot out of it. My body gets a lot out of it. My brain gets a lot out of it. I just love to run, and I'm not gonna lie, at about week 32 here was kind of my cutoff point of running. Now, I have done a couple days here where I feel okay to like go and run on the treadmill a little, but it's not very much. I used to run, back in the day, I used to run like 5 miles a day at least, and now I can't even run. I'm like maybe a mile. Maybe a mile is about all I can do. It's just painful, and you're just bigger, and you have a lot more weight on you, and a lot of your weight is in front of you, so I've cut that down a lot. Now, like I said, I'll still go on the treadmill and I'll run like 5 minutes, and then I'll walk for 5, and then I'll run for 5, and then I'll walk for 5. I'll try to do kind of intervals like that, and lately it's been harder to do those intervals, like even the 5 little minutes of running. It's been harder. It's just harder on your body and your joints and everything. So I have kind of just really been into walking, even if I can't run, I want to walk, and I will do at least 30 minutes, at least 4 to 5 times a week of just walking. And I'm on my feet a lot with my job too, so I'm constantly walking there and on my feet. So I feel like as far as exercise, just keep active if you can just hop on a treadmill and walk for 20 minutes a day, it's worth it. It's definitely worth it in the end, and you just feel better. And it's definitely worth it. So I'm glad I've stuck to that and been really, but I've let my body, I know when my body needs to stop. If I can't run anymore, I can't run anymore. It's okay. My body's going through a lot as it is. I need to be gentle on it, and I just walk. Okay, so that is it for my pregnancy vlog for today. I'm going to do a quick bump shot, and I am getting so much bigger, let me tell you. I'm like really, really big. I'm starting to get that like waddle back and forth. But anyways, I'm gonna quickly show you my bump. Okay, so sorry I have to angle you down like this, but I'm holding the camera right now because I don't want to lower the tripod because I'm lazy. Look at my belly button, is totally freaking popped out. But this is my belly. We're almost 34 weeks here, and he's getting a bit wider, and I haven't dropped yet. A lot of people said that at work, that I haven't dropped yet. I'm still pretty high. I mean, I've still got, yeah, I'm still pretty high, so he hasn't dropped, but he is definitely growing a lot. Okay, you guys, so thank you so much for watching this pregnancy vlog. I've had so much fun doing these. It just kind of feels good to even just release some stuff out there that has been going on, especially these past couple weeks, because they've been pretty hard, especially with my sleepless nights. I'm just so tired and I just want to sleep, but I can't. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you guys in my next one.